nonchalantly with all the innocence in the world. Oh, mom. What is love? My response? Oh, baby girl. Love is sitting next to someone in silence, just enjoying their presence and praying for them more than you do for yourself. Morning breath and butt rubs. Love is truth. Even if it hurts to say or hurts to hear, it's truth. It's soup when you have a fever. It's a kind word when your heart hurt. Forgiveness and laughter and tears and not being able to stay angry and picking up on someone else's energy and having them pick up on yours and acting accordingly. Love is red and dimpled. Occasionally love is saying no, but mostly it's saying yes. Loyalty and respect and understanding. True love is unconditional and blinding. Love is it's the moment when you just know that no matter what, you will protect that person with every single ounce. I said every single ounce of your heart. Love is hard sometimes, if one-sided or skewed, confusing, liberating, exhausting, scary. It can be hurtful and exciting, elating. Love is it's a loaf of bread, a song, a bagel, a ride, a blanket, shoes, a cup of coffee, $1 dropped to the guy playing guitar on the corner. Hey, lunch is on me. Sometimes it's just someone to talk to. Love is hard work, patience, holding on while pretending to let go, and smiling when all you really want to do is cry, and moving forward when your heart is still so very much in your throat. Love sees everything, never being defined as one single entity. It's hand-holding and bodies folding and ever-changing and plan-making and forgiving. And love is never saying goodbye. I said never saying goodbye, even when you have to. It's keeping promises, leaping, fleeting, disappearing, creation, elevation. Love is fried chicken. Love yells. It's being able to say, oh, I hate you, motherfucker. Now, give me a hug. It's call me when you get home. It's put your seatbelt on. It's honey. Ooh, what statement are we trying to make with this outfit? It's good morning, beautiful, or dream sweet, my love. It's all of those things. It's bubbles to infants and teddy bears to little girls and oil changes and pumping gas and opening doors. It's how are you? I miss you. Love is putting the door back on and tightening the hinges and batting down the hatches. It's passion, the good old-fashioned ass whooping. Oh, you fixin' to learn, son. It's labor pains and bail money, sleepless nights, PTA, crying when you cry, never being afraid to apologize, saying I need you in my life. Carpools and football games and swim practices and school dances and taking pictures and packing lunches and road trips and cliffs and bridges and kisses and kisses and kisses. Love's missed, dissed, generous, lessons taught and made. Love is you inhabiting my body for 7 months and 23 days. Poetry, water. Love is engaging, enraging. It whispers and listens, and I love you in your sleep and tickles and giggles and stands still, allowing you an opportunity to heal, staying when it's hard, knowing when to walk away. Love leaves us blessed. Leaves us the reason for all the rest. It's all of those things plus so much more. And when you least expect it, it floors you in every which way. Baby girl, love is grand all by itself. It expands and it shifts and morphs and hardens and softens. It's a fun cigarette, a conversation, a moment lost in the celebration of us, you and me. We are both such sensational beings, and we can live with the light in our hearts and live with it fearlessly on our sleeves. Love is. It's our first breath, holding us until death. And baby girl, we can all relate to the spectacular heartbreak. I said the spectacular heartbreak of love. Yeah. What if we did what God actually asked? And despite our aging bodies and our ailing minds, our best years are always right ahead of us. And regardless of our fears, we still step forth the minute we're called upon to do something new. Imagine if the pain and abuse and mistakes and trash from our past did not stop us from moving into an illuminated future. And suddenly, there was a dire cry to live by completely new rules and a completely new culture with completely new hope. Let's say we're given a new dream, a new purpose for life, and the seeds we sow turns into a future of blessings, being blessed and being a blessing. How about we follow the voice inside that calls us to a completely new adventure? And we don't ignore our core, whispering two simple words: love more. And those two words gave us a brand new outlook on the world, and all illnesses and aches would simply go away, and suddenly everything would cease to be about us, and our first instinct would be to put forth trust, and abruptly our call to arms was a roar to disarm, leaving us free to stop being so alarmed. And pursuing our passion was celebrated in grand fashion. And let's pick a positive purpose. Working towards a global goal to nurture the universe. What would the world be like if the I no longer existed and we all just stopped and listened? And we all just stopped and listened, and every single one of us gave a chunk of ourselves every time we looked a stranger in the eye, so eventually we would be made up of pieces of each other. Because if I had a part of you and you had a part of me, we could consider each other brothers. Ponder the idea that we were all reaching for the same heaven on earth. We all embraced the same unknowing faith with open arms and grace. What if Jesus and Buddha, Allah, or Muhammad were all based on the same ideas, laced with different names, traced back to the same roots and times, and our address simply read Earth? Because we share the same home, and we understand that we're all just human. What if mutual respect was given? What if all lives actually did matter? And paradise was in sight. All we had to do was surrender. And all of the answers to these questions lay inside every single one of us. Would you be willing or even able to give up all you know for change? Would there be any question in your mind if you were asked to love your neighbor, to place hate aside, join a new existence if you were told that it was the only way you could survive? Could you cast away your doubt and let go of all your preconceived notions to break old habits? Now just stop and think about that for a second. Do all of you have the courage to encourage change? Embody peace and harmony with an opposing political party? Close your eyes. Picture the one person in your mind that you despise. We all have one, a public figure or private. If you really sat down and thought about what was at stake, could you forgive a nemesis' past mistakes and muster the grace it takes to save the human race? I pose the first question again. What if we did what God actually asked? Would you be able to release the past, be kind to your neighbor no matter the race, give without expecting, live without waste? Could you put humanity first and value all human worth? Keep in mind that every single one of us is working towards our very own heaven and earth, and no matter our social or economic status, no matter where we lay our hat, we are undertaking the same human experience. We are all scraping our knees and biting our nails, anticipating what's next. This message is so very clear. Not one of us is going to get out of this alive. So start loving your enemies and neighbors alike, because the whole entire human race is counting on all of you to survive. Thank you. Okay, I have one more poem. And we call this kind of Sour Patch, because those two poems were really super sweet and nice and total polar opposite of what I really do. A couple of months ago, I put a post out on Facebook. And it was, you might be a racist if, ... Whoa. I had the ex-mayor of Salina proceed to spend the day bashing the shit out of me. Yeah, not only did he call me a racist, but he basically told me that Black Lives Matter and anything my intelligence, it was all just a terrorist organization and everything was bad. It's all bad, bad, bad. I had no idea at the time that he was a drunk and was crazy, but I fed into it, and I just heard in the back of my head him calling me a racist over and over and over and over again. It was just ridiculous. So I had 3 days off. I didn't leave my basement. I didn't put pants on or anything. I just sat and thought about it. And this was the piece that came out of it. Everything that's been happening, it makes me sick all the time, and this is my response to not only Aaron but all of the other, all of it. Okay. I'm reciting this poem in solidarity with Black Poets Speak Out. I refuse to sit silent while this nation systematically abuses and openly executes people of color. I think that I might have the right to be angry. This is about his body being left on the street for 4 hours to start the decomposing process after he was gunned down by the cops. Like strange fruit left to rot for all the neighbors to see. It's about Mike Brown only being 18. Unnecessary force, abuse of authority, racial profiling, lynchings, and black bodies hanging. It's being shut up and shut down. It's being told we have imagined police brutality for decades. There's a nasty storm brewing. This is about black being criminalized, wide noses and stolen culture, and refusing to live in a whitewashed world, and systematically degrading our brown boys and girls in police reform. It's being told to be respectful without expecting any respect in return. Being allowed to protest peacefully. It's the preschool to prison pipeline. Seeing a felon, not a father. It's about a broken tail light, standing outside a convenience store, daring to question authority, playing with toy guns in a park, shopping at Walmart, conceal and carry junk food and liquor stores on every inner city corner, food deserts, and public schools providing shitty education because we're poor. Mugshots of victims strewn in the daily news. This is being told that this brutal persecution is our fault. It's I can't breathe 11 times and Freddie Gray's severed spine and hands up and don't shoot and no indictment. Look, we're shaking off these shackles. It's about good cops stopping bad cops. It's about explaining to my white children why their uncles and their mama and their cousins are in constant danger. It's about being my brother's keeper, chokeholds in Jim Crow, being already woke, having 23 reasons and counting and 400 cotton-picking years of being full because microaggression is formed from being genocide descendants. And Tamir Rice was only 12 years old. It's Emmett Till's bloated body. Congress in white hoods, surviving in the hood, hoodies, privilege, and poverty, supremacy, niggers, and crack babies. My heart racing every time my brother leaves. The thought is always in the back of my head, is this going to be the last time he's ever seen? It's CNN, Fox News, and the mainstream media as a whole in their fucking brain food. It's about civil rights, moving the movement forward and staying the course. It's the ADD clips of murder on Facebook, blackface on college campuses, the failed war on drugs, Chris Columbus and every aspect of our black culture being raped. It's the White House being built by slaves. It's a national debate when blacks ask police to stop murdering us. Black pride, raised fists, and having a seizure taken in me because we have become an endangered species. All lives matter is code for white lives matter. Our country is on fire. The media has declared civil war. It's about coming home safely but joining the front lines even if it means my life. Privilege, affluence, 40% more likely to face prison. It's Air Jordans and the for-profit mass incarceration. It's get your hand out my pocket and put your hands where my eyes can see. Anger, hurt, and frustration with nowhere to put it because we're constantly being silenced. Billy clubs, tear gas, rubber bullets, hot dogs, and fire hoses. The children are marching. 4 little black girls in Alabama, and in a church in Alabama, and a prayer group in North Carolina. It's about formation, awareness, and grace when I'm faced with nothing but hateful ass racist faces. This chip on my shoulder is in the shape of a cracked whip. Being told black people don't matter and we just got to deal with it. It's putting the dead on trial. It's being shot while walking away or standing still with our hands up or even laying on the ground. It's the government flooding impoverished communities with drugs. Katrina, FEMA, the welfare system, and the twisted constitution. We're cutting this nuisance about Black Lives Matter in two. It's being part of the solution, not the problem. It's about justice for all, not some. It's about being told to prove the police brutality. Syphilis experiments, the brown bag tests, and 3/5 and Congress spending 8 years stonewalling our black president and everybody seeing it and ain't nobody saying shit. Shoot to kill, stop and frisk, comply or die. My skin is stretched so thin with all these bigot ass fuel comments like, not you, but other black people, or oh my God, can I touch your hair? No, Jesus. You speak so well. Those people, you people, it's separate but equal. It's lead-filled water and Flint and the entire city being abandoned. It's about respect for your fellow human. Unauthorized sterilizations and hashtag say her name and our leaders being assassinated. This is about dismantling this sectarian establishment brick by hypocritical brick. Oh, the revolution will be televised, broadcasted, tweeted, posted, Snapchat, and Periscope. This is about our hostile bottle being full. We sit quietly, no more. We demand equal justice under law. This is our American dream too, and that's exactly what Black lives are fighting for. Woo!
books for sale.
I have 3 books for sale. I brought 3 of them.
Emery. Everyone, oh wow, welcome to the Little Film Festival. I'm pretty sure the only small town film festival in the world where we start off with poetry from Salina, and then, an art gallery opening at an old gas station space, and we're going to slowly move to, I hope a DJ from Kansas City is waiting for us at the bar. My friend Aaron Humiko. And, but tomorrow, if you're not here for the film festival, you should be. We have an amazing morning. It's early. I'm already upset about it, but I will be there. 10:30 is going to be all of the local community films, Kansas, and then in the early afternoon session will be Kansas Connections, which will be a lot of the local filmmakers. And then we go to the afternoon, which has a little bit of adult content, but it has an amazing Kansas connection as well. So tomorrow is So Kansas It Hurts. And then,
Kansas City Poets tomorrow night.
Oh, and Kansas City Poets tomorrow. I'm sorry, I already forgot. Emery is the artist in residence for the film festival, and that was the actual joke I was going for earlier, which is the only film festival I know for a fact that has a poet as the artist in residence. So we're really trying. And then Sunday we have other things, but yeah, let's focus on tomorrow. Let's get through tomorrow. And then we'll get to Sunday. But anyone who wants to join us at the bar, I know it's all ages. The DJ's here?
There is one.
Yeah, there are the DJs here. It's all ages, so and the food might not be served. So wait, it's too late for food, no? Someone calling me out? Yeah. We're coming. Speaking of which, so anyone wants to hit down the bar? Oh, I mean,